Hello, welcome to the Handheld Press YouTube channel. My name is Lil and I love classic books. I particularly love classic books from the early to mid 20th century, which perfectly aligns with the types of books that Handheld Press republishes. They republish lots of classic books that for whatever reason have gone out of print. And Kate from Handheld Press got in touch with me after she heard that I was reading their latest release, which is Latchkey Ladies by Marjorie Grant. And Kate said, would I be interested in doing a video where I read a small snippet of the book to you? And that is what I'm going to do. I have actually now finished Latchkey Ladies and I loved it. It's a book about a group of women set during the First World War, and they kind of all reside together in this clubhouse, or they meet in the clubhouse because some of them reside elsewhere, but they are doing working jobs, perhaps in government offices, or some of the teachers, and it's about friendships and relationships, but also it's about this rise of individualization amongst women at this time, because this is the first time really during the First World War where women are single and working, and it's very much that's fine. It is a fantastic book, first published in 1921, but set during the tail end of the First World War. And if you're interested in the First World War, then you'll love this. If you're interested in women's history, you'll love this, or just generally books from that sort of period, you will love it. So let me go ahead and read you a snippet of the book. The bit that I decided to read you is actually right from the beginning. It's only on page 7, but I think it gives you a real clear indication of the type of house in which these young women are residing in. The dining room of the Mimosa Club was a warm and cheerful place, made out of 2 basement kitchens of adjoining houses. The kitchen in the third house, also part of the club, maintaining its original purpose. It was warmed by an old range, on which the club members were not allowed to heat the water of their hot water bottles, much to their indignation, and the walls and lampshades were yellow. The small table set for 2, 4, and at most 6 people carried yellow lustre pots and green ferns, kept fresh and pretty, and not allowed to fade off into the dusty death. Mrs. Templeton, the founder and owner of the club, supervised each detail of its management herself. She was a remarkable woman of 60, tall and amply proportioned, with a fine face and character that combined strength and sweetness. Her marriage in early life to a man who had dragged her all over the world in civilization and out of it, in his efforts to cover up one failure with another, had inspired her with the passion to have a home of her own in London. When her family had married off and she was a widow, life was suddenly and permanently eased for her by legacy, not fortune, but a matter of substantial comfort. She made her home. Then her desire to give women who were working the simple comforts that she had so frequently to do without led her to turn it into a club. She had called it the Mimosa Club, to remind herself of the generous warmth and light of Australia, that she charged so little that her ordering house was soon quite full, and she was obliged to spend beyond its walls. She could not resist the appeals of drifting ladies longing for wholesome meals and enough warmth and light, so she let her club grow. She had meant it chiefly for girls, but she could not refuse older people who begged for admission. Hence the Honourable Mrs. Brideson and her friend Miss Spicer, who had spent each winter at the club for the years past. Mrs. Brideson indeed felt that war work girls should be excluded in favour of the elderly and well-born, but she could not convince Mrs. Templeton of this. And it is at this club that a lot of the conversations, the comings, the goings, and even a party takes place. It's a wonderful book that I loved very much and look forward to rereading in the future. I highly recommend that you go and check it out and go and get a copy for yourself. It's a wonderful, wonderful read. Thank you very much for watching.
Want to see more from us? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to click like, subscribe, or new content alert.